bottom. The banner at the bottom. The banner at the bottom as well. Hmm? Oh yeah. What should I switch it up then? Put it straight in. I'll switch your camera angle for it. All right, Shalom, Lord and Christ. Shalom, Hakian checking in. We'll send the link in a second if you want to get in. I'm running a bit behind. It's the I.S.U.P.K's Monday night history class by myself, Officer Karafia. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into it, man. So this week, you know what I mean? The MP of of immigration, Preeti Patel, man. She turned around and said she won't take the knee to Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter is what? It's a dreadful protest, man. She says it's a dreadful protest, disrespecting black people. You know what I mean? Black people that worked so hard and built this country and made it what it is. Just disrespecting black people. What she needs to know is that her people are dreadful, man. Right. Her people are dreadful. The word dreadlocks come from where? Comes from her people, man. the word dreadlocks. Jamaicans wear dreadlocks, man. And dreadlocks come from the word dreadful, and that comes from her people. They are dreadful people, man. They are dreadful people that worship cows. They are dreadful people that worship cows and rats and so forth and elephants. They are dreadful. No sweat. But can anyone hear me now on the mic? Her people are the dreadful people, man. Not black people, not Hispanic people. And she had the nerve to say that we're dreadful, man. Had the nerve to insult black people. We're gonna get some history, some Indian history where she comes from. She's an East Indian, and we're gonna get some East Indian history and show you how dreadful they are. Show you how dreadful they are, people. And even though they're dreadful, she sticks up for her people, and guess what? She won't people, man. You know, we're gonna get that. So there's a lot of people call themselves thugs and gangsters, you know, the thuggies and so forth. That word is an East Indian word that people don't even know about, man. The thuggies were a nation of East Indians that worshipped a god called Kali. Had a god called Kali. Kali means black. It was a god of war. Even today, in their language, Kali means black, man. You might hear them call black, but the female word Kala, man, it means black. And that's the god we serve. And these people were nothing criminals, man. And this is her people. Not for being criminals, man. Shalom to Zapon, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Shalom, Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
You come, man. And this witch just disrespected black people, man. How is it when it comes to any other race, people watch what they say? When it comes to the Jewish man, people watch what they say. When it comes to sexual deviance, people watch what they say, man. Nowadays, you can't say gay no more. You can't say queer no more. Listen, you can't even say breastfeeding no more. You got to say chest feeding, man. But how is it when it comes to black people? People don't watch their tongue, man. People say whatever they want to say, man. You know why? Because we're hated in England. We are not respected in England, man. We are put below everybody in England, man. No one likes black people all over the globe. When it comes to black people, you can say what you want to say. You can treat them however you want to treat them. But everybody else, you got to be careful, man. You got to treat them with respect. You can't say things that will offend the Jewish man. And if you don't believe me, ask Wiley. If you don't believe me, ask a man called Wiley. He will tell you that you can't say whatever you want to say, man. And what Wiley said was right. What Wiley made no racial slurs, no racial insults, man. Wiley just described his experience with the so-called Jew. I looked at him. Meanwhile, people can say Black Lives Matter is dreadful, man. And I won't be taking a knee. What's wrong? Give me that mic, then I'll see what I go on. Can you hear me to that one?
Come on, I can hear you.
Give me to what? Right.
I can hear you.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right, cool. Come on, Kyle. If you can't hear me out there, just refresh your page.
Come on, no sweat. Yeah.
All right, Kyle. So we're gonna get the history of the thugs, man. The thugs, the THUGs, man. What every black man wants to be. Black man, you think you're a thug? Guess what? Thug predates you. You ain't no thug. You're a man of God, man. The East
That's
Indians,
right.
they're the thugs. They're the thugs, man. And history will show you time and time again. I'm about to show you today the real thugs are East Indian. The real thugs are the ones that kill people and in 2021 say, "Oh, black people are dreadful."
Right.
Black people can't keep a peaceful protest. Sometimes some people you gotta show them the mirror, man.
That's right.
Walk around hating black people, saying black people are this and that, man. The Caucasian man walks around saying black people are thugs and black people are killers, man. Meanwhile, guess what? Who did the first drive-by, man? They like to talk about Compton gangster movies. Who did the first drive-by in the old-fashioned car, man? In the 20s with the Tommy gun, them old mafia movies, man. Louis Corleone, you know, Don Corleone. Them people did the first drive-by, man. And they make out like, oh yeah, you black people, man. Something's wrong with you, man. Who was selling drugs back then? First, they was, man. There was bootleggers. Bootleggers a drug dealer, man. A bootlegger's a man selling things that the government says you can't sell. And what is drugs today? A substance you can't sell. Back then, there was selling alcohol, man, on the black market, man.
That's right.
Selling stolen goods on the black market, man. And now they say, oh, black man, all they want to do is sell drugs, man. But the Italians were doing it way before we was. Why ain't they criminals? And the East Indians was running up on people way back before we was even in America, man. Way back before NWA, way back before Vibes Cartel, way back before rap music, man. They was running up on people. They was killing people, robbing people. Way before King Von ever existed, man.
That's right.
They was robbing British sailors and British merchants would go to India and they will rob them, man. And they were experts at executing murder, man. Give me the history.
From the Wikipedia, the Oggy refers to the acts of the thugs.
And thuggy is the thugs, man. Like a murderer is a man that murders. A thuggy is a man that does things what the thugs would do. And you're gonna read that the thugs were a group of East Indian men. Yes, man. Mr. Singh, man. Balji, the same man that sells you cigarettes today, man, when you go to your local store, man. I say, hello, my friend. Them man, they want to make out like they're all nice now, and you know, Mr. Singh, no, them man will murder us, man. Like, you don't believe me, we're gonna read it, man. We're going to read it right now. This is history that I didn't write, man. History that I did not write, history that I didn't make up. These men were killers and murderers and assassins. And when they was killing people and assassinating people, what was we doing, man? Keeping the laws of our God, man. Keeping the laws of our God, man. They're being upright citizens to the Most High, doing sacrifices, doing the Passover. That's what we was doing. We learned this behavior from them. They make out that we're the problem, and our rap music is influential. What they say, drill music, drill. The kids is influencing the kids. Listen, you influence us, man.
That's right.
You influence us. You're the reason why we know about drive-bys. You're the reason why Tupac got a thug life tattoo on his chest, man. If it wasn't for you and your people, we wouldn't know what a thug is, man. You're the problem, not us, man. It's like he did.
Who were organized gangs of who were organized gangs of professional.
And he's a professional
robbers.
Professional robber, man. A professional is a man that does something for a profession, does it for a living. Like, you might have a man that might rob somebody once to make a bit of money. Then there's a man that does nothing else but rob, man. He keeps his lights on by robbing people. He eats by robbing people. He sends his kids to college by what? By robbing people, man. That is a professional robber right there. And guess what? East Indians were professional robbers, man. The Foggies were professional robbers, man. There weren't people fighting to be free. There weren't people fighting under oppression. There were just thieves.
That's right.
That's disgusting thieves, man. The Maroons in Jamaica, what were brothers that was fighting to get oppression off them. The
Right.
Maroons in Jamaica killed for a purpose, man. In the mountains, they'll send generals up there to go get them. They'll say, no, man, I fight back. They fought for a cause, not the East Indians. They fought because they were murderers, man. They ain't upstanding people, man. They ain't upright people. And they got the nerve to come and talk about us, man. And call us dreadful. And say how we're
All right, we're back.
yeah, man. Like what I said, slack about that, a bit technical. Yeah, this is history, man. These people are murderers and killers. And when you ask them about this, you know what they'll say? Yeah, because we was hungry back then. So how is it when they're hungry? It's an excuse, man. When they rob and kill people, yeah, the reason why is because we was hungry. The British was oppressing us. But when the British oppress black people, oh, there's no excuse, man. Everybody got a fair chance in England. Oh, robbing, there's never an excuse to rob, man. You know what I mean? England, every got fair opportunities. That's no excuse. Speak like that, man. But when it comes to them, there's a reason why they did it. There's a reason why the white man went and conquered all the known world, man. There's a reason for slavery. When black people steal 2 pence from a shop, man, he's a thug, man. Lock him up behind bars, man. Everybody else, we didn't know no better. See, slavery happened because them people back then, they were ignorant, man. You heard that one before?
Yeah.
They didn't know no better. See, but they thought that he was an animal because science
Right.
told them. They didn't know better, man. When a black man steals, listen, he should have known better. So when a 14-year-old black boy walks around with Skittles, man, listen, you can't be walking around with a hoodie on, man. Should have known better. Listen, you can't be doing that. When a 40-year-old black boy is playing wrestling moves with his friend, man, and kills him, he did it on purpose, man. He's a murderer. He belongs behind bars, man. We don't get the mercy everybody else gets, man. Down to our children get killed like they're grown men. You're a black man, you're walking, you can't be sneeze too hard, man. You get shot by a policeman.
Right.
Meanwhile, the Indian man and the thugs and they had a reason to do what they did. Why? Because they was hungry, man. They was poor, man. They was what do you call it? Survival mode. But with us, it's not survival. We know what we're doing. We're just a horrible set of people. We done. And the brother's right, man. And the brother said, try being 5 pence short in them shops, man. They won't give you, man. And let me tell you,
Right.
Indians hate black people, man. In Trinidad, they call them black people monkey and so forth, man. In England, they can't stand black people, man. And the smart too, they look at a neighborhood like Handsworth and Soho Road, man, and they can see that black people are poor and black people are on drugs. You know what they do? You know what they do to black people? They open up a 24-hour off license, man. They see that black people are on drugs and black people are poor, but alcoholics, and they don't say, you know what? Let's raise some money for these black people. Look at the living, man. Let's shame about living. They go, ooh, yo, can make money off these, man.
Right.
And they go out there and they get a 24-hour license, man, to keep the shop open and take it in turns, man. Take it in turns. In the morning, the mom will be there. Night time, the dad will be in there. And I guess who goes into an off license at 12 o'clock at night? This is guess, man. Does an upstanding citizen who got work in the morning go to an off license 12 at night? No, man.
Right.
Who goes to an off license 12 at night, man? A poor black man who's on drugs, man. A black man who just got his gyro, who just got his JSA and wants some blue slims and wants to get drunk and buying a big bottle of cider. He goes in there, man. And I'm pretty sure the East Indians know. They know. Them East Indians, they ain't open at 12 o'clock selling gas and electric. They ain't selling crisps and peanuts. Every shop that's open past 12 is an off license, man. Sell cigarettes, blue slims so you can get high. Sell blunt paper so you can get high, man. They know that we are drug addicts and they don't help us. They don't say it's a shame what them black people do, man. Let's put some money towards them, man. People put money towards the whales, man. Put money towards the PCA, man. For protection of animals. For money, you can donate a dog. Not even own a dog, donate a dog, man. Everyone feels sorry for the whales. Everyone feels sorry for the dogs, but no one feels sorry for black people. The East Indian man sees black people suffering and hungry in the streets. So you know what he says? I can make money off this, man. Yo, I can make money off this. Yo, get my shop. I'll put it right in Handsworth, man. Right in the center where all the crackers are walking up and down. And I can make money, man. I had the blue slims, the lighter, what else? The big cider for 125. The tenants, you know about the tenants, to the up one. The tenants, man. For anyone that doesn't know, tenants is a lager that costs 120, man. Can you imagine what's in that? Can you imagine what's in that? Can you imagine the amount of chemicals in that? Chemicals will link it up for a cheap price. For 129, a tenants can do what Hennessy can't do, man. Lick it off clean, man. You ever seen a druggie on the bench out cold? That's tenants. What's that one? Kestrel, Super Skull.
So like the other one, give me a minute.
No sweat.
Just chime back in that one second.
No sweat.
The English word thug traces its roots to the Hindi.
Oh, God, to what?
To the Hindi.
And it traces its words back to the Hindi. Black man, guess what, man? They are the real thugs. We ain't, man. We're people of God, man. They're the thugs, man. Nowadays, they equivalent weed smoking with black people, but guess who smoked weed first, man? The East Indians did. The word ganja is an East Indian word, man, from the river Ganges. Look it up. The word thugs, people when they get tattoos saying, I'm a thug, man. It comes from them, black man. You ain't no thug, man. The word gangster goes back to the mafia, man, and the mob. The man saying, yo, I'm mobbing like 5 man deep. All that goes back to them, man. When you trace back black people, guess what you get? You don't get weed smoke. When you trace back black people, you don't get thugs. When you trace back black people, you don't get gangster, man. You don't get gangs. When you trace back black people, you know what you get? You get prophets. You get priests. You get upstanding citizens, man. You get holy. You get righteousness. That's what you get when you backtrack black people, man. When you research black people, look in the history of black people, that's what you get, man. When you look in the history of other nations, that's what you get. Druggies and gang members and so forth, man. That ain't us. Slack, the other one.
The Hindi, the Thug, which means swindler or deceiver.
And the word means swindler. That's what the word, man. Swindler's a man that, pickpockets, man. You ever seen the man playing cards and shit? Like, yeah, pick the red of spades. And really, none of them are the heart of spades. No, but heart of spades, that shit don't matter. None of them is the king of hearts, like, yeah. That's a swindler. What they call in the UK, a skank. You get skanked. Like, a man will skank the taxi or whatnot. That's a swindler, man. A man that will say, I'm going to pay, and then runs out, man. A man that owes you money and don't pay money, man. A man that plays you, man. A man that got, a two-headed coin. Talking about if it's tails, you win, knowing that you can't win. That's a swindler. And in the Bible, you're not supposed to be no swindler, man. We're going to get that as well, man. When you get the scripture on the fair balance, man, you can't be no swindler, man. This is them. This ain't you. Keep it in.
Related to the adverb theogna, to deceive, from the Sanskrit, the shathaga, it's the cunning, sly, fraudulent.
And that's these people, man. Fraudulent, cunning, that's them.
Right.
They will lock us in Kingsford prison, man. We're gonna lock us up in Belmarsh, talking about gonna get them black men off the streets, man. Giving us IPP, man. IPP means what? Public protection. We need protection from you, man.
That's right.
We need protection from you. We've learned their ways. In the Bible, it says we've learned all the ways of the heathen, and that's why we're thugs, man. That's why we're gangsters. Not because we're naturally gangsters. Why? Because we've learned your ways, man. We become idolaters. Why? Because we've learned your ways. We become sexual deviants. Why? Because we've learned your ways, man. The way the black man's living today is not the culture the Most High gave us, man. It's what we've learned. We want to be sexual deviants and be homosexuals. Why? Because we learned the way of the white man. So look at his history, man. Look at his history. Look at his history.
Right.
Look at Alexander the Greek, man. Look at the Greeks and Romans, man. Big sexual deviants, man. Big orgies, man. And nowadays, what they say about black people? Oh, black people are disgusting, man. Talking about they want to battery a girl together, man. That's disgusting, man. Yeah, that is disgusting. And guess where we got it from? The white man. The Greek,
Right.
Roman. You know, a battery. I don't care how you want to put. People say put a nice. Now we battery one girl. A battery is an orgy, man. A battery is a disgusting orgy, man. And guess what? We learned that from the Greeks and Romans, man.
That's
Ain't
right.
nothing. Actually, yeah, me and my brother here go back to battery one girl. That's disgusting, man. How, would you wear another man's boxers? How is a man gonna go into a woman and then you go into the woman straight after, man? You're having sex with a man's woman. You're disgusting, man. How is that a man that's his property, man? Belongs to him. When he's at work, you sneak in there and boast about it. He don't even know, man. When before that man went to work, he probably had sex with that woman, man.
Right.
And guess what? Guess where we learned all that nasty behavior from? From the Greeks, man.
That's
Talking
right.
about drillings and I had to go. I'm on crud, man. You know what I mean? These ups and I had to go ride on these ups, man. Because man almost some money taking the piss, man. I saw man sleeping the other day, I was riding him. You learned that from the East Indians, man. You want to black people smoking weed? Oh, black men are weed heads, man. We are weed heads now. You know why? Because we learned from the East Indians. They were the first weed heads.
Right.
They were
That's
the ones
right.
that introduced into us in Jamaica, man. They smoke weed from something like this. They'll put the weed in one side and suck the smoke from the other side.
Right.
And now, guess what? Now we're considered the weed heads, man. Now we're considered the sexual deviants, man. Now we're considered the gangsters, man.
Right.
Black men want to rob and sell drugs to wear nice clothes. And guess what? A man taught us how to do that, man. In the 20s, who used to bootleg and rob banks to wear nice clothes, to wear fancy cars, to open up clubs, man, to go into an Italian restaurant with his girlfriend with a nice 3-piece suit. Who did that first, man? There was a man that did a drive-by before us with a Tommy gun, man, in the old school black car, man. Who did that, man? Who did that? We got East Side versus West Side. We got Dada N versus Gooch, man. But before us, there was the Gambino family versus the Colombo family. Who taught us all this, man? They taught us this, and they make it like we're the problem, man. Before there was any such thing as Dada and Gooch, there was a Gambino versus the Corleones, man. Before, so like I said,
No. So, and even to add on to that, even in England as well, you had the Richardsons versus the Carrays,
that's right.
and they all fought for East London. They all fought for that, and many people died, got shot in the face, stabbed to death in the face,
Mm.
and it's the same thing. And now even them, they rob banks with them, the Crays and many British gangsters, because the police didn't have guns back then. Imagine this: you rob a bank, and the police can't do anything because you got a gun.
Mm.
So all the police could do is just watch you, and you're going your van, and the a number plate isn't, it's not even real, and you're just drive off, and police couldn't do nothing because armed response wasn't in England at that time. Those are the real gangsters, man.
Damn.
That's
And
it, right.
and you know what they did with all the criminals, with the Irish, with the East Indians, with the Italians, all them were criminals. And you know how the police stopped them from being criminals? They gave them all jobs, man.
This is
They saw
right.
them. They said, "Listen, these men here are causing crimes. Why? Because there's no opportunities." And to stop them from killing people, they gave them opportunities, man. They
That's
made the
right.
Italians what? The firemen. They gave the East Indians land in Jamaica, man. Said, go to Jamaica, go to Trinidad, and you know what I mean? Go and be an indentured servant, man. Go open up a business, give them land. But when black people are criminals, what do they give us? Opportunities? No, man. They give us strict sentences. They give us hard sentences, man. They be strict on black people. They raise knife crime. They say, okay then, 7 years of scaring them. Make it 20 years, man. In fact, make it life, man. With everybody else, they get reparations, man. The East Indian man, the British did him dirty, man. Did him dirty, and to compensate, you know what they did? They said, you know what, we did you wrong. Go to Jamaica, make money off them black people, man. You can go out there, start a brand new life. They said, go to England, man. You know what, you know what, we did you dirty. In fact, come to England, man. Open up an off license, man. With black people, what did they do to us? Made sentences stricter, man. Made asbos turn asbos into life sentences. It's like the other one.
It's like, and just on the back of that, in Jamaica at that time, slavery had ended, and now you would think, well, if you want jobs, the people that already know how to do those jobs, give them the jobs. Do you know what England did? Brought people from India that didn't know how to do the jobs.
That's right.
So they found it best to bring someone from the Far East to the West Indies.
That's right.
When the people that been doing the job, you could have just paid them to do that same job. And that's the hatred that they had for us, that they didn't want to give you no money, even though even though you was more than qualified, man.
That's right, man. Like the other boss said, I couldn't say it better myself, man. East Indian man, after slavery, they didn't want to hire black people. They said, you niggas ain't getting my money. You're mad. So I would rather transport East Indians all the way from India before I give you a penny, man. Who would you rather pay? You'd rather pay black people? Black people been doing it for free for how many years? They're familiar with the job, but they said, I ain't giving you the money. I'd rather give it to these East Indians, man. That's how much they hate black people. That's how much they will work with anybody else, but they won't work with us, man. They work with the Italians. The Italians are not gangsters no more, man. And how did they bring down the Italians, man? By giving them jobs, man. Helping them out. With us, how do they get rid of the Gooch gang, man? By locking them all up, man. That's
right.
The documentary I watched last night, man. I was even late for slavery, man. Salakia. And it's called, you can see YouTube, it's called Bringing Down the Gooch, man. And they said when they brought down the Gooch, the gun crime in Manchester dropped by 90%, man. And how did they bring down the Gooch? Not by giving jobs, not by turning them gunmen into citizens, not by turning a menace to society into a citizen of society, by bringing them down, man.
That's right.
Getting snitches to grass them up, locking them up, giving them life and IPP, getting them from behind bars. That's how they stopped it. But guess how they stopped all the bank robbings, man? Guess how they stopped the organized crime? Guess how they stopped the contract killings, man? And the families, the 5 families from being at war in New York, man, by giving Italians jobs, man. That's how they did it. With black people, is bringing down the gooch. With East Indians, is giving them jobs in England, giving them off licenses, giving them a chance, man, so that they don't have to steal no more. With black people, we gotta bring them down, man. We need Operation Trident. What's one in bro? Gangbusters. We need the gangbusters, man. What we done?
Sure, the Augie, he conceals the term describing a murder and robbery.
Oh my God! So the name means fraudulent, cunning, or he conceals, man. What's another word for he conceals? He's strapped, man. You know what I mean? He got certain. He got a concealed weapon. He got something in his waistband, something in his jeans, something in the man bag, man. That was them. And when they was concealing black man, guess what you was doing? You had your garment on, man. You was in the temple. You was a priest, man. This is your history right here, man. You was in a priest. Keep it everything in this Bible, man. Right here, man. What were they doing? They were concealing, man. They was being dreadful. Pretty Patel, your people were being dreadful, man. They were being thieves and robbers and concealing weapons, man.
That's right.
Of travelers.
And they was robbing travelers, man. People traveling from one city to another that didn't know where they was going. People like that are vulnerable. And that was a prey to these people right here, man. And guess what? Our laws are nothing like their laws. In our laws, what does the Bible say about the stranger? In our laws, man, you help him out, man. And no, a stranger is a man that's not from your town, man. If I'm from Brum, I go to Manchester. These brothers are my brothers, but the strangers, man, I don't know like that. Got a different accent, man. They know the roads better than I do. They know where my side is. I don't, man. I'm asking directions. When the Bible says don't oppress a stranger, talking about a black man, that's not from here, man.
That's right.
When you go to Jamaica, what happens? The brothers overcharge you, man. They go, yo, it's English. Yo, English. Yeah, I'm signing this for yeah, 10,000, man. And 10,000 only £20. So before anyone says I'm far-fetched, but really it's only worth 10,000, man. The Bible don't do that. He's your brother, man. That's what it means. You can't look at a man and say, look at him, man. You know what I mean? We just different from over there. Look at that silly accent, man. Look at that accent. He talks so funny. He ain't one of us. See, we're cool, man. We grow together, man. We got the same accent. We struggle together. Him now. Nah, the Bible says, listen, your brothers nonetheless, man. And we didn't rob travelers, man. They did. When their people's traveling from one city to another with goods and so forth, man, lost. They would rob them, man. Take their goods. To rob someone to take goods that don't belong to yourself, man. And they did that. They did that. But in 2021, we're the thugs. We're on the BBC News. Piers Morgan's on Good Morning Britain talking about us. Excuse me, man. These are the people we should be talking about. Why can't, maybe if you gave us an opportunity, like what you gave Mr. Singh, we wouldn't be. Maybe if you gave us an opportunity like you give the Gambino family, we wouldn't be. But you don't give us opportunities, man. You look at us and go, them black people can't get it right. Just look at them, man. Just look at them. They can never get it right, man. The East Indian man did it. Why can't you do it? Maybe because he was given an opportunity, man. Do you know the president of America, Kennedy, man, his father was a bootlegger, man. That's a fact. You can look it up. And guess what? Guess what his son became? The president of the United States of America, man. J.F. Kennedy's father was a bootlegger, man. When they become somebody. One of their greatest president was a descendant of a criminal, man. That's what they are. They are criminals in high power. Like the nerves look down on black people. Look at these criminals, man. Look at these criminals, man. Look at Vegas. Vegas was built on what? Criminals, man. All the casinos were built on what? On drug money. England was built by criminals, man. By slave owners. And they look down on black people. Look at black people. Look at them, man. Oh, disgusting, man. When all them other nations are criminals, man. Mr. Singh derives from criminals, man. If you trace back Mr. Singh, he got the money to come to England. Why? Because the great grandfather put something in the stash for him, man. Put something in the shoebox that he could come to England with 200 years down the line, man. They become criminals. They become criminals and they become president of the United States of America, man. You're a criminal. You end up behind jail. You get called dreadful. When they are the real criminals, man. David Cameron's great grandfather was a criminal, had slaves in Jamaica, man. And guess what? His great grandson become to be in the future? The Prime Minister of England, man. They are the real criminals. and they benefit from their crimes, man. They use them crimes and then take the money and get a better life with it, man. But when black people do it, oh no, no, listen, drug money is bad. I don't care. You can't flip it, man. It's bad money, nonetheless. Drug money, drug money. You can't turn something bad good, man. It's just wrong. There's no way you can flip that, man. But England was built on bad money. India was built on bad money. The prime minister, bad money. The queen got gold from Maduro, man, from Venezuela. That's bad money right there, man.
Right.
Was a popular in the northern parts of the Indian subcontinent.
Oh God! So listen, these acts were popular in the Indian continent. So a man might say, yeah, he said Indian continent, didn't say India, man. Keep it in.
And
particularly, mainly, we done
India.
In India, man. That's what it was. Preacher Patel, your people. This is your people right here, man.
Right.
Your people are the thugs, man. They're the
That's
real
right.
criminals. They're the real dreadful people, man. 5 years ago, there was a statue in Smethwick in Birmingham, man, of an East Indian man with a rifle in his hand. And that statue was to commemorate the British soldiers, man. And guess what? That statue got vandalized, man. It got vandalized, and all the East Indians were crying. I say, this is an outrage, man. I guess who was helping them? Black people was helping them too, man. Black people was crying with them. But does she cry with us? No, man. She said we're dreadful. She said we're violent, man. So I can read that, man. I'm gonna flip this table over.
The thugs are said to have traveled in groups across the Indian subcontinent.
And these folks would travel, man. They would travel, black man. This is where we got OT trips from, man. This is where we got 5 man in the car that's lurking. This is where we got it from them. They were the first gangsters, man. They were disgusting criminals, and black man. The Lord says, what? Don't be like the heathen. The Lord said, learn not the way of the heathen, man. We shouldn't be going lurking, man. We shouldn't be riding out looking for trouble, man. Looking for a victim. That's what they do, man. They go out in their caravans about 5 man deep, man. Excuse upon. But I meant man deep, not man deep, not MANDEP. I mean 5 man deep. I know we talk about East Indians here. I didn't mean it like that, man. They go out looking for trouble, looking for man to rob. This ain't us, man. Keep it in.
There were numerous traditions about their origin. One recorded by D.F. McLeod traced it to a tribe.
And look at that, man. Look at that, man. Some of them were even Muslim too, man. Some of them was even Muslim. Not all of them, but certain parts of India as Muslim, and it says some of them were even Muslim tribes, man. It traced the origin back to some of them that was even Muslim tribes, man. And don't that sound like Islam today, man? These man talking about, yeah, go to the mosque, man. I'm fasting, man. Look how drugs after they start fasting, man. They open their drugs, they open their fast and go sell drugs, man. Why am I not surprised, man? Why am I not surprised that before them, Muslims been doing that, man? Muslims been doing that, man. These men talk about, yeah, man, listen, yeah, man, dye my beard red and blah, blah, blah. They sell the most drugs, man. They sell the most weed, man. I met a landlord the other day who was a Muslim, said there's 30 properties, man. They go, listen, I do nothing legal, man. I'm lying. I do nothing legal. I cut all corners. He told me that, man. He goes, listen, if by law I have to give you 70, I'm gonna give you 70. I'm not gonna give you 80, man. And who's them people swindling people? To be a thuggy is what? I mean, a swindler? Who swindles people more than East Indians, man? Who swindles people like Pakistanis, man? Come on, man. Who's your landlord swindling you? You know what I mean? Your boiler's broken, he won't come out to fix it, man. There's people that you take your car to their garage and just patch it up, man. They got 1,000 cars to deal with and just patch it up, man. Well, yeah, here you go, man. Who's the biggest swindler than East Indians, man? Come on, man.
That's right.
Slap it one.
Nah. And it's heavy that you said that. You bring your car onto them as soon as you drive it off, the engine lights back on.
Come on, man. Those swindling people and lying. Listen, I grew up. I'm not sure where he is now, but I grew up with a local shopkeeper. And he was my shopkeeper, man. Listen, man, he was my corner shop, man. Right,
Mm.
10, what, 15 years. One day, Upton leave, and listen, this man was known for robbing the expiry date of a food, man. Am I lying? He was known for it, man. He was known for selling expired stuff, for he would knock it down like 10 pence, and known for swindling. And that's just them, man. Just swindling
Right.
and hustling, constantly hustling and swindling people, man. He was
Mm.
known for it, man. They're known for you go to the restaurants and it's stuff's out of date, man. They're known for it, man. I'm like that one. Come on, man. Keep reading.
A tribes formed from those who fled Delhi.
And these men fled Delhi, man. It originates from a Muslim tribe that fled Delhi. What do you call it today when you flee a place, man? And people associate with black people. What do you call it? On the run, man. A fugitive.
Mm.
Now when you turn on Crime Watch, people say, "Oh God, Crime Watch is full of black people. They're always on the run." If you've seen Leroy Robinson, don't approach him. He's armed and dangerous. Listen, this is where we got it from, man. We
Mm.
learn from these people, man. We were fugitives. Why? Because we learned from these people. These were the fugitives before Crime Watch was invented, man. Before black
Right.
people learned their ways, man. Keep reading.
After murdering a
And there was on Crime Watch back then, man. Salakia, after murdering a physician, after murdering a doctor, man. Why did they murder a doctor? Why did people rob doctors and lawyers, man? Because they're people with big jobs, man. They got the money.
Right.
These people fled from India. Why? Because they were criminals, man. They was lurking. So listen, they didn't see a poor man and rob a poor man. They was lurking, spotted a physician and robbed him, man. Criminal activity right there, man. That's such a gangster and a thug right there, man. That's such a dreadful person right there, man. Such a horrible person right there, man. These people deserve to be locked up, man. These people don't deserve no leniency, man. And their
Mm.
descendants. These people don't deserve 7-Elevens, man. They don't deserve off licenses, man. They're the filthy people, man. How dare they look at black people, the descendants of people that went through slavery and call us filthy, man. But you're the descendant of filthy robbers and murderers, man. You don't deserve no 7-Eleven, man. You don't deserve no off license, and you don't deserve no big temple on Soho Road, man.
That's right.
You don't deserve no Sikh school just for you and your people, man. Since when do
Mm.
you since when do you award robbers and thieves, man? That's lucky. Off the back of that, quick question: when is Crime Watch, man? Is like it come on? Like it ain't come on forever, man. So lucky.
It's on BBC One, but
But it don't come on no more. I remember when it used to come on, I'll sit home and watch that, man. Yo, you see a couple of faces, man. But is Crime Watch a national thing or just to your city?
no. It is a national show.
Okay, cool. It seems like every time I watch Crime Watch, man, I see someone I know, man. I'm like, shit, are the purposely picking people I know. So lucky, man. You know, the ones that's up one.
Right. Mm.
Keep reading.
Another, I traced it to some great Muslim families.
More Muslims again, man. So they're not sure where it traced back from, but through intense research, one man traced it back to a family of criminals who are Muslim. Another man traced it back to a family of Muslims, man. Come on, man. You can't get away from this, man. A family of Muslims. What does that sound like to you, man? What does a family sound like to you, man? A gang, man. A crime family, man. Like, but I'm reading this. I'm getting the Indian version of the Gambinos here, man. I'm getting the Indian version of the Corleones and the Genevieves. What's the five families? Corleone, Genevieves. It's like it since me, man. Dagobah would know, man. Dagobah, a Godfather expert, man. Keep reading.
And the families who fled after murdering a physician, another traced. Suck it. Oh, suck it. Who fled after murdering a favored slave of Akbar.
Come on, man. If I'm correct, if it's the same Akbar, I don't want to quote me. Akbar was a black man. So like he was African. He was a dark skinned man. It wasn't a black man, Slacky, but it was a man with what melanin or a dark skinned man. And they think that way about Africans, and damn shit. Or what would they think about you, man? Keep reading.
These original Muslim thugs spread the Ogi amongst Ralputs.
And they spread, man. They spread. They got other East Indians to do it too, man. I thought the East Indians were a nice set of people, man. I thought they believed in what they believe in Harry Christian and peace. Nah, man, not these. They spread, man. They spread. I thought if they're such a loving people and they believe in Harry Krishna and what's it called, a vegan diet, they're so nice. They should say no, Foggy. You're not gonna spread around here. You're not gonna influence us. They spread, man. They spread. People say the Bloods and Crips are everywhere. They're not just in Cali no more. You find them in England. You find them in France. So did the Foggy, man. So guess what? The Bloods and Crips are the Foggy, man. The Foggy did. Listen, the Foggy spread more than India. The Foggy spread to California, man. The Foggy spread to Aston in every council state in England, man. What you see in the council states, what you see in prison and Brinsford prison and Belmarsh prison is what brothers trying to be like the Foggy, man. Don't worry about the Bloods and Crips. Don't worry about how the spread. You find him in Europe now. You find him in parts of China. Listen, worry about the Foggy, man. The Foggy spread all over the world, man. They're the real criminals. And you got brothers trying to be like them. Keep it in.
Hindus, Le Odhis, and Ahirs.
That's their families right there, man. That's their families, or what you call it, their gang sets, or whatever you want to call it, man. That's the Indian version of the Gambino, the Genevieve, what do you call it? Bonanno, and what's the Bonanno family? Whatever the case may be, man. That's their families right there, man. That's the equivalent of the British firms, man. What are the British firms? The Craze, Essex Boys. That's them, man. That's the mob, man. It's even called the mob like telling it's in the name. It's telling you where they derive from. They come from the Italians, man. It's called the mob right there, man. Even the Mexican mafia is letting you know who the real gangster is, man. It's Italians, man. It's that weird the Mexican version of them, man. It's letting you know they are the real criminals, not black people, man.
Right.
According to other traditions preserved by the thugs themselves, they were Kanjars or descended from those who worked in Mughal camps.
A bit of background where they come from. They're descended from Mughals. Who gives a damn who they are, man? They're nothing to research, man. You know what I mean? They ain't got history like us. They ain't black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man. Their forefathers ate in this Bible, man. So I wouldn't even bother research them, man. Just know this. They're criminals, man. They're people that we would never be like. When we was in Israel, we was living good, man, with gold and cows, and you can leave your phone, man, and no man will steal your phone. Then we'll look at them and go, I could never live there, man. You see how today they look at black people and go, boy, look how black people are living, man. They're animals, man. They're dreadful, like what Preeti Patel said. Back in the day, black man, when we were living good. And guess what? It's gonna be like that in the future, man. We're gonna look at them and say, look at them, man. Look at them. Look, they won't even have a beef burger because they worship the cow. Oh, that's ridiculous, man. Look at that.
Right.
Look at that, man. Can't even put your phone down for 2 seconds, man. Look at him. Look at him smoking that big ass spliff, man. Ganja. Don't you know that's gonna ruin his brain? It's stupid, man. That's them, man. Because of Christianity, because of slavery, they got the nerve to look at us and say we're crazy, man. Say we're dreadful. Keep it in.
Others have blamed the rise of the thugs on the disbanding of armies in employment of Indian rulers after the British conquest.
There you go. So it's another reason why it happened. Why? Because the East Indians weren't employed, man. They were suffering. They needed money. You know what I mean? It was poverty. There was no housing. The employment was abandoned by the British, man, and they went crazy. See that there? Someone else was crazy. There's a reason for it, man. We weren't crazy. There's a reason why we did this. We weren't right, but we had to do it, man. The British enslaved black people. They weren't right, but we built the economy, man. We built the economy up, and now we're the greatest country. Right? Listen, we gave you all independence in the end. We gave you independence in the end. That's how they always play it, man. The reason why we did this, not black people. When last have you seen a crime watch and they go, you know what, listen, guys, be lenient with him, just call the police. He is sick. His dad wasn't in his life. His four parents were slaves. He don't know who he is. He got a white man surname for his surname, man. Please, if you see him, just call 999. No, man. Like, man, you don't get that. You get demonized, man. If you see Tyrone Harris, call the police. He's armed and dangerous. In fact, the first line is insulting. Unemployed Tyrone Harris. So straight away, they're painting a picture of you unemployed, got nothing to do, you're a fog. You was given all the opportunities in life, but you don't want them. The problem is you don't want the opportunity. You're just a disgusting person, and you need to get put off the road, man. And guess what? In history class, we're going to go into some more. They've been doing that to us from the beginning of time, man. They've always done that to us, man. Do you know the Mexicans, the Mexicans who are the tribe of I.S.U.P.K, the conquistadors went to Mexico and they said, we got some people here, we want them to be slaves. And Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand said, no, you can't do that. It's against the law, man. You can only have slaves if you can give us concrete proof that these people lack humanity. Then you can have them slaves. And what do they do? Oh, these people have human sacrifices. They eat people alive. They're cannibals. They cut the hearts out of people, man. That's what they do, man. Just like black people. You see a black man on the news, oh, he's a horrible person. They paint the picture so you won't feel sorry for him. You go, lock him up, man. Yeah, he deserves to be behind bars, man. Yeah, lock him up, man. Give him IPP, man. Throw away the key, man. This guy, 20 years old, brandishing a gun. He's a member of the Shine My 9 posse. Remember that one in South London? And he's just bad news. Been in jail 4 times. It's a terrible, hard piece of work. But the East Indians, they're unemployed, man. The British took away their jobs. What are they to do, man? Just don't start turning stuff up, one. You want to say something?
Yeah, basically, yeah, because that's what they do with us as well, because they can't just go in and take us up, or they can't just do what they want to us then, right? So they have to criminalize us and create that thing in everyone's mind over time that we're thugs, to the point where now we start acting it out now, and then everyone's looking to us now like, yeah, look at them. You know what I mean? Look at them. So now no one will have any compassion on us. You know what I mean?
That's right. I hit the nail on the head right there, man. No compassion. If you go to a man's house and tie him up, everyone like, what are you doing, man? You got a family? Like, if you go to a man's house and tie him up and say, I had to, it's crazy. He was going to kill his wife. He's a part of the Shine My 9 posse. He's a gang member. And people go, oh, well, yeah, well, by all means, lock him up, man. Can't have him in there, killing people. And they've always went to black people. And it's what they did in Moss Side too, man. Those gangs.
That's right.
The gooch are so crazy and they're killing people. We're scared to walk our streets. We can't walk our streets. We need more CCTV cameras. We need more of this. We need more use of this. So then what? When they're booting up people's doors and hitting them in the head with a truncheon and locking them up and giving them 30 years, who feels sorry for them, man? No one knows why. They deserved it. With Gad, the native Indians, what happened? They went to America and killed all of Gad, man. Damn, they turned extinct, man. Put them on reservations. So people thinking, well, you can't do that's wrong. But no, the savages, the scout people, they don't speak English. They go, whoa, they're crazy. We had to kill him. In fact, we did him a favor. We taught him Jesus and put him in a suit, man. I did him a good. I actually did him a service. You can have him like that naked, or you can have him in a suit, man. Speaking English, man. I did him a favor, man. That's what they always do, man. Lie on us, man. But everybody else needs all the sympathy, man, in the world. Not black people, though. We need to be locked up. You know what I mean? They say, yeah, we clean the streets up. Use that word. We clean the streets up, man. Meaning you're dirty. Clean the streets up. You really want to clean the streets up? Give us some of these jobs, man. Give us some of that sympathy that the East Indians got, man. That black man's killing people. Why? Because he got no father, man. He don't know where it comes from. He's misled. So you want to clean the streets up? Come lead these brothers, man. Like, we done.
Yeah. Now, also, if I can add on to that, even reading this is talking about what they're about, and then it's adding in. But at that time, there was a lack of work, meaning you're trying to make us believe a reason why they done things like this.
That's right.
Meanwhile, when you watch documentaries on gangs, they don't tell you why it happened.
That's right.
You're just doing it. You know, these gangs from the 80s, they've been rivals, but no one never lets you know why.
That's right.
Like, for example, in Birmingham, with the gangs that we had, it was the same thing. There was a lack of jobs.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They was willing to hire anyone except a black man. And even till this day, unemployment in the black community is very high. And it's
That's right.
always been that way. And whenever an article writes about black gangs, they never mention unemployment in the community at all.
That's right.
You're just these bad thugs that just, you know, you just want to do it. You don't want to do right. But whenever they talk about someone else, they got to add in there. Well, at that time, it was kind of rough, you know.
That's right.
The jobs were down, so don't blame him.
It's like I said, it was so bad that the British said, you know what, let's give him jobs in the Caribbean. They saw the problem.
Right.
Said, "Nah, man. No one's ever saw the unemployment rate in the black community. No one's ever saw the Burgers and Johnsons and Moss Side and Dudditon and give us anything. No one's ever shipped us out to different parts of the globe and say, come on, go fix up this place here and we'll give you our money for it, man. No one's ever done that for us, man, ever. But the Italians got it. East Indians got shipped all the way from one continent to the next, man. I mean, more than living there today, come to England and open up shops and become off licenses, become teachers and become mayors over us, man.
So like, I was gonna yeah, if I can say this, yeah, as the other one was saying about the jobs, I was gonna say, yeah, in the time when there was no blacks, no dogs, no Irish, right? That, you know, like our people turned to crime from them times where they weren't getting no jobs. So it was a foundation that they created. That was the fabricated. That was the beginning, right, of destroying us from that right there, man. You know what I mean? And they turned us into drug dealers from there.
That's right, man.
Whereas,
imagine it. You're a black man selling drugs, yeah? Like you're a black man, you come out of jail and you get caught selling drugs, you go back to jail. You know what they put in the paper? They put, recently released from jail, back in jail. So you read it and go, this guy can't learn, man. This is crazy. What they don't teach you is that when he came out of jail, he couldn't get a job. Nobody with him. So what was he forced to do? Sell drugs again. No one made that narrative. Because that narrative would make someone sorry for him. They make it like he's a bad person. He just can't do right. It's in his DNA, not right. He's a horrible person. Listen, we let him out of jail. We give him another chance. And he went back in there. They don't put the fact that he actually applied for loads of jobs, man. This man can't be that. It can't be that big as Tesco, man. If you got a certain criminal record, nobody will touch you, man. Nobody will hire you, man. And then guess what? Food ain't free. Electric ain't free and rent ain't free, man. And a man gotta live, man. So what's he forced to do? Go back to the thing that he knows. They don't tell you that, man. They don't tell you about all the job applications they handed in. They don't tell you about the CVs. They don't tell you that he was living in an accommodation and he couldn't pay for it. They don't tell you that part. They say released 5 months out of jail, already back in. You think, yeah, man, that's where he belongs, man. Off the street, man. But the foggy, there's a reason why they did what they did. The reason, man. Come on, man. You can't really blame them for this. You know what I mean? What were they supposed to do, man? But moving on, Salakia.
Salakia, I don't wanna. So let me think with the Irish now, Salakia, if I may, with the Irish now. Obviously, they did what they did with the Thuggies, as you mentioned in there, man. They opened up opportunities for them, man. You know what I mean? They put them back on. You know what I mean? Whereas us now, left us to suffer. Yeah.
You know, the Irish was a bit before my time, man. But I know the history of it, man. Before the Irish were doing good and got jobs and so forth, the Irish was what they call it again? What do they call it? Once again, the IRA. They're the IRA, man.
Sinn Féin.
And Paddy and them man was setting up bombs, man, making anonymous phone calls in the phone box, man.
There was one infamous bomb that they let off in Birmingham as well, which you can read about.
That's why the Irish use black people, man. Just like what? Just like the East Indians.
Right.
You know, when have you ever seen an East Indian protest, man? When have you ever seen an East Indian march? Never, man. Guess what? Black people for equal rights. We even fought for the East Indian, man. When we got equal rights, we got it for all the nations. We helped you out, man. We went through the oppression in England when we first came, and we started fighting the Teddy boys off, man. We started fighting for Parliament, man, and we got the colour bar dropped. So every nation, slap 1 second. So every nation can get a fair chance, man. And you got the nerves to look at black people say that we're dreadful. Well, guess what?
Right.
You're an MP in the House of Parliament to this day, man. If it weren't for black people, they still would have been going, excuse my French, they'd call it packy bashing in London, man. But they walk around, see a fresh and beat him up. And we're the reason why they don't do that no more. We're the Bristol boss boycott. We're the London Tottenham riots, Brixton riots. You know, we're the reason why people don't mess with ethnics, man. Why people give ethnics a fair chance in England. Black people did that. We're the reason why you're in 10 down the street, man. We're the reason why you're the head secretary over immigration. We're the reason. If it wasn't for us, people will still be calling you Packy, man. Get out of our country, man. Go have some naan bread somewhere. You didn't fight. We fought, man. In England, the East Indian man was getting beaten up by the Teddy boys, man. You come home from a long day work, and the racist skinners will bash your head in, man. And guess what? In the 90s came the Yardies, man, and they weren't having it, man. They weren't having it. We showed the Teddy boys what time it was, man. The Teddy boys were a group of young British lads that, you know, had hands. Meanwhile, we're coming from Jamaica where man are getting shot, man. Point blank.
Young thugs.
We're coming from Jamaica where, you know, a man would get a telephone scar, man. Listen, we weren't scared of the little baseball bats, man. So I don't know, what was it? A little chain. If we could fight, man, we weren't scared of their chain, and they soon realized, yo, don't mess with them Jamaicans, man.
Right.
They couldn't go into a club, man, in England. He wasn't allowed to, man. And we said, you know what? Let's make our own clubs, man. Let's make our own nightclubs, man. Got the license and everything. Fought for the license, man. Until the white man goes, you know what? You can come in our clubs now, man. We did that, man. We're the reason why you got to have your own shop. And you want to for us and say we're dreadful, man. This is how disgusting these heathen are, man. Just like the Irish. These nations use you, man. Back to the Irish now. These nations use you until they get the South on their feet. When the Irish was hated, the Irish like, yeah, man, we're one. We're one, man. That's why a lot of mixed race people got Irish mothers, man, because we're both oppressed together, man. And when the Irish man got himself on his feet, where's that man now, man? He's like, I can't find him. Where is he? When last time I seen the Irish man, he's in his community. He forgot about black people. And like us with the East Indian, like us with the Pakistani, man. We helped them. And now they're like, oh, they're disgusting, man. Yeah, man. Let's out the Muslims. Yeah, man. Their march is dreadful. I'm not taking a knee for them. You should take a knee, man. You should knee with both knees for black people. We're the reason why you can pay your mortgage, man. You should knee and praise black people and serve black people. You know why? Because we we right through rocks and stones at the police, man. In Notting Hill Carnival, in the London riots, in Nottingham riots, Top Stuff riots, Lozal's riots. We did that, man. You should knee with both knees to people, man, and say thank you for giving me this job. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, man. That's what you should do to black people, man.
That's right.
Here, man. Oh, look, tangent. Excuse me. Back to the foggies, man. Here.
All right. Thugs are said to have operated as gangs of highway robbers, tricking and later strangling their victims.
Look at that, man. Strangling victims, stabbing victims. Oh, come on, man. All types of criminal activities, man. You rob a man, let him go. You got the goods. They will strangle their victims, man. Still a bit there now. Carry on.
To take advantage of their victims, the thugs would join travelers.
So they'll join travelers, you know, gain their trust. You're right, man. Like, you know, hitchhikers and then rob them, man. Gain their trust. Like my brothers run off on the plug. They'll gain their trust, man, and rob them, man. Keep reading.
And gain their confidence. This would allow them to surprise and strangle the travelers with a handkerchief or noose.
You use a gun, which is easy. These men got up close and personal, man. people, watch them, take their last breath. That's what you call heartless. That's what you call a senseless killing.
Right.
The judge look at us and look in our eye and court and say, you're an animal. 30 years, man. Get him out. When these Indians are worse than us. They were strangling.
Right.
Imagine you struggling, gasping, and held on tight, man. That's a real murder right there, man. Worse than a man that can stand at 20 yards and pull a trigger. In my opinion,
Cold blood.
luck. If I'm an animal, I deserve to be behind bars. And what does he deserve, man? It's like you said.
Right.
Yeah, just to add on to that, I watch a lot of those forensic shows, the ID channel, etc. And whenever someone strangles someone, they always leave a mark on them. Why? Because obviously, as they're gasping for air, they want air so bad that the person who is strangling them, they end up scratching them. That's how bad. Or they scratch themselves to try and get some air from what's around their neck. So they either scratch the person who is strangling them, or they end up scratching their own neck, trying to get what's on their neck off. And for you to kill someone in that way shows how evil you are. That, you know what I mean? All of the fighting, all of the wrestling, and you're still adamant on, I'm strangling him. I'm strangling him.
These people, these are dreadful people, man. These are dreadful people. Luck, yeah, these are some real dreadful people, man. People like this don't deserve jobs in the Caribbean. Right? She's saying that we don't. She's saying we don't deserve a knee, but your people, look at them. They don't deserve no jobs in the Caribbean, man. They don't deserve no. They shouldn't be here, man. We don't deserve a knee, and your people sure don't deserve what they got today, man.
That's right.
People, this is what you call dreadful people, man. Dreadful people don't need awards, man. They don't need this, man. Keep it in.
News, they would then rob and bury their victims.
Look at that, man. This is equivalent to burning your clothes after you kill somebody, man. This is getting rid of the body, trying to dispose of any forensic evidence. This was their people, man. And now in 2020, they act so stupid, they act so innocent. Hello, my friend. Listen, you're murderers, man. You don't want to be. Are you good, my friend? How you doing, my friend? I'll give you 2 for pound. Listen, you weren't silly when you was murdering people and burying their bodies, man.
That's right.
Death, man. No, that don't wash with me, man. It's like the one.
And also, I don't want to keep cutting it,
Man,
but just to add on to that, a lot of this, it's not advertised, but you know what I mean. Even in their Indian way of life, a lot of them they strangle their wives.
Yeah,
A lot of them, and they strangle their daughters too if she wants a black man or something. So they still have it in them, just that it's not advertised as much as the Johnsons and the burgers. Like, I'm not trying to glorify it, but black life, even if it's good or bad, it's exciting.
That's right.
An Indian man who strangled his wife or he strangled his best friend, it may make an article, but it's not as exciting as what we do in our negativeness.
Kind of like I said, like whether it's negative or positive, man. People like to follow us. You know what I mean? But I dropped that. Show me a picture of these foggies, man, real quick, man. Look at this, man. What a picture of these fogs, man. And listen, you're not seeing Mr. Singh and Mr. Harjit, man. What you're seeing, he was murderers, man. You're looking in the face of murderers and killers, man. Look at that, man. Look at them, man. Look at that. There's 2, 4, 7. You see 7 killers right there, man. Listen, these man. Listen, don't go. Listen, don't go to these man for blue slims, man. So luck, yeah. Don't ask these man what aisle do you find the milk in. Whew. Listen, I wouldn't jump in their taxi. I wouldn't jump in these man's taxi. Forget that. You end up dead, man. I wouldn't go to their restaurant. I wouldn't go to their restaurant asking for onion bhaji. Fuck that. I don't want a kebab of them, man. Listen, you end up dead, man. Trust me, I would not go to their chip shop, man. These are murders right here, man. I'm telling you right now, these men here, do not ask them what aisle is the milk, man. Don't do it, man. Do not jump in a taxi, man. This is not boss. You go shop, yo, boss. Where's the so-and-so, man? You right, boss? This ain't boss, man. This is murder right here, man. This is killer, man. This is crime, boss. This ain't boss, man. Don't ask this man here for a number 5, man. Don't ask him for the 4 wings and chips. Don't do it, man. It'll be your last 4 wings and chips to luck, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. That's these man right here, man. All right, drop that. Give so up on, give me the law. Give me Leviticus.
Yeah.
We got Scoffer line. What's saying?
Leviticus, what is it? I'm after that one.
Why do you speak on ganja today? Is it because you know that there is a shortage in Jamaica?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't smoke ganja. I wouldn't know. I don't know nothing about ganja. We're righteous brothers here. I wouldn't know. But anyway, give me Leviticus 19:36.
Leviticus 19.
What is it, sir?
Also online, with them had a search. She says, wasn't all these acid attacks started from them?
I'm not sure. I know in Bangladesh there's loads of acid attacks. I know for sure. You know what I mean? I remember Tommy Robinson was saying there's more acid attacks in England than it is in Bangladesh, and we've surpassed them. So it could be. I have to do some research on it. I'm not too sure. Now, I don't want to think it's in the air, you know. Probably. It's not hissing. So, okay, no sweat. Yeah, you got that from Leviticus, yeah?
Khan. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 36. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah.
This is how we live. We live way better than how they live, man. The word doggy means what? A swindler? A swindler is a man that, hustles people, man. Not how we live. The Lord we serve is against that kind of lifestyle, man. Let them swindle. We're forbidden to swindle people. The Lord says he wants a just ephah, a just weight, man. You know what ephah is? An ephah is a measurement back in the old world, man. Today you got kilograms. We got kilograms and gallons and milliliters and whatever, man. Back then we had an ephah. If a man gave you an ephah of rice, it was an ephah of rice, man. Not these swindlers. You're asking for a pound of rice. It's half a pound of rice, and the bag weighs the other half. So the bag weighs half. The bag weighs half a kilo, and then the rice weighs half a kilo. It's like, yes, 1 kilo, man. You measure, you go, yeah, sounds just right, man. That's them, man. That's they're the swindlers. They're the ones rubbing the sell by day off. Yeah, man. It's right here, man. Meanwhile, it's moldy. It's the way to do stuff, man. You go to the shops, it's the patty. You see mold on the patty. Stuff that black people eat, man. Because they don't respect black people. That's why, man. It's the Lord said, adjust ephah. Let them be the swindler, man. We're the upright people on the face of the earth, man.
Yeah. And then what's rough is when you go back and you explain to them that, look, this is out of date, they act like they don't know what you are talking about. Like, no, you never got this from here. I don't know what you're talking about. And you know what I mean? And that is swindling right there, man. Ain't nothing righteous, ain't nothing dignified about how they operate.
And that's true, man. Other ones are absolutely correct. I got the nerve to say we're dreadful, but you're the swindlers, man.
That's right.
Look at the history, man. Look at people like Moses. Listen, this is our laws, how we live. We descend from righteous people, man. Not you, though. You descend from the swindlers, man. Look at my forefathers. Look at my forefathers, and look at yours, man.
Right.
Those are murderers, and look at mine. Mine would never murder, man. And if anyone wants to murder, we'll put him down, man. We have to get rid of him. We'll cut him out like he was a cancer, man. We'll cut him out like a cancer. Not your people, though. Your people went through all of India and, persuading people and getting more people to join the gangs and whatnot, man. This is what our law says. We don't get from the top.
And then Slovakia, and then got directed to jobs after that, man, and businesses.
There you go, man. Read that again if you could, please, Baba Kushar.
Khan, verse 36. Just balance, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye
That's it.
have.
A hin as well. Look, a just ether, a just hin. So your scales. See, this ain't like today, man. Today, you go Tesco and you beep it, beep, and the price pops up, man. Back then, you'll buy lettuce and the man will weigh it, man, and say, well, this lettuce is bigger, so it costs a certain amount, man. And them scales had to be just. It had to be just. You couldn't be swindling people. Some lettuce that's some small lettuce, and you say, yeah, it's heavy, man. It weighs a lot. That was unallowed, man. And the Lord made it clear. The Lord made it clear, man. The Lord named all the measurements, man, the milligrams, the gallons, the liters, all of them have to be just, man.
That's right.
Some people might try to get smart. No, it said the hin, but I'm using the ether though, man. You didn't say that. Lord said all of them, man. Every measurement has to be righteous, man.
That's right.
We're forbidden to be swindlers, man. We're forbidden to be hustlers, man. I can't say the same for the East Indians, man. I can't say the same for that mechanic that puts worn brake pads on your car and says it's brand new, man. I can't say the same for the East Indian mechanic that takes mileage off your car, man. You can actually reverse the mileage on your car, man. I can't say the same for this, these foggies that date back hundreds of years ago that was swindling people, man. I can't say the same for them. But us, our foreparents were righteous, man. Keep it in.
And so like the other one. And what they do, like all the drinks, like your Hennessy shots and all them, all them drinks basically. What they do, that they'll tell you it's 100 whatever milliliters or whatever liters, right? And what they do, they make so like they make the bottle thicker, so it's got less in there. But like you said before, with the measurement is the same as what it says on the tin or the bottle, but the bottle is thicker, so you're getting less product. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna give you one better. How many times you went to an Indian shop, bought a product, and it says this product should not be sold separately, man?
Separately. That's right.
They buy a multi-pack, man, bust it open and sell it individually, man. You buy a multi-pack of cheese, onion, crisps, or product cuts, whatever the case may be, and it's cheaper as a multi-pack, and they bust it open, sell it individual, and at the end of it, they make double, man. That's some swindlers, man. Come on, yeah. I know you're Manchester, but I know you've seen that, man.
Definitely.
I know you've seen that. I've seen it on Lucasades. I've seen it on crisps. I've seen it everywhere, man. They bust it open it, take a motor packet, open it, and sell it individually. It says on there, this should not be sold individually, man.
Right.
That's some swindlers right there, man. Keep it in.
I am the Lord, your God.
And that's
which
the Lord, I am the Lord, your God, man. He's not the God of the Christians, of the the Ethiopians or the Episcopalians, the God of us, man. Blacks, he's the God that rules over us, man. He gives us rules that we must abide by, and that's how we're supposed to live. As a black man, I'm supposed to be able to go to Jamaica, man, and say, you know what, I feel safe. You know why I feel safe? Because these are my brothers, man. I'm supposed to go to my side and feel safe, and know that brothers won't cheat me, man. You know why? Because of this law right here. But in 2021, thanks to Christianity, thanks to the influences of the other nations, I can't, man. Nowadays, we feel more safe being around the heathen. I'm supposed to be walking, a gang of black men, gold teeth, hoods on. I'm just go, oh, thank God it's you, man. Woo. I thought it was a fraud.
It's like you. Right. That's what I was gonna say. It's like you.
I'm meant to walk a hot day for a park. I see black men with muscles and guns in their hip and go, oh God, thank God it's you. For a second, I thought I'm African. Yeah, good to see you, man. But nowadays, we see that we turn around, we go, oh, I forgot something, and we disappear, man. When it was supposed to be that way. So like it's up on you had something.
No, so like I was gonna say, I'm glad it's you, not the thuggies. You know what I'm saying? You said it. So like.
And Sarah Parr said, yeah. She goes, you see those multi-pack products in their shops always. Even she knows, man. It's in the DNA, man. Just thieving and robbing and swindling and always make it like, no, man. Listen, I feel sorry for a man that got one of them as his landed, man. So luck, yeah. I can imagine the problem you deal with.
No. Can't get nothing,
man. I've had them as my mechanic before, man. Oh God, Listen, if you got the money, go to Halfords, man. So, yeah, go Halfords, man. Go Halfords, man. Only go for them for small things, man. Clutch and gearbox, do not go to them, man. Do not go thing. Go Halfords. Go have a quick fit. Go quick fit if you got the money, man. Listen, get a credit card or something, but don't go to them.
Mhm.
If it's something more than windscreen wipers, don't go to them, man. If it's something more than if
God.
it's something more than them brake pads, I don't
Mhm.
know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't trust them. I wouldn't trust
Nah.
them with a clutch, gearbox. Oh, man, I'll say windscreen wipers. Well, a little service. Yeah,
Mhm.
brake light,
Tires.
headlamp.
God.
Tires.
Tires. Mhm.
Um, Captain Crush
Just.
saying no. Oh, Salakia. Sorry. And if you want a laborer, oh my, listen. Some part,
Mhm.
do not get them, man. Listen, your
Right.
tiles,
Right.
don't, man. Salakia. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Listen, as black people, we've been racial profiled for years, man. People look at us as
Mhm.
racial. Listen, it's time we start doing a bit of racial profiling ourselves, man.
That's
Time,
right.
time we see them and go,
Mhm.
you're the laborer. It's okay. Nah. You know what? My it ain't so bad. It ain't so bad. Listen,
Mhm.
if you love your house, you got bought my house, and you love your house, it's time to start doing a bit of racial profiling, man. So lucky the
Mhm.
time, you'll pay the extra. I know this is the black man's teeth and whatnot, but listen, he'll get the job done, man.
Right.
You love your properties. You better start doing some racial profiling. I'm telling you, because your plumbing will be all messed up, man. So I'm telling you what I love. You want your house plastered. Listen, if you love your house, you worked in your house and put a deposit on that house, and you want the plastering
Mhm.
and prop, you might want to do a
God.
bit of racial. So what I'm saying. So what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
God.
Listen, house decorated by a East Indian man and his family.
Mhm.
You know, I don't put business out there too much, and she paid it. Say it was like I'm hypothetically speaking, she gave him like £100. It was £90, and he kept the tenner, man. Kept the tenner, and the piece of board that he was supposed to fix, and he didn't do it, man. Didn't he? Goes, yeah, I'll be
Mhm.
back, and come back, man. Guess what? That was a God fearing Muslim right there, man. That was a Muslim. No, that was a Muslim man that goes to mosque every Friday,
Right.
man. He swindled us, man. Just like his forefathers.
Mhm.
Just like his
That's right.
forefathers swindled us, man. And that means
Mhm.
in his mind, he's like, I ain't coming back. I knew he would come back. And
Mhm.
this is try to tell black people about Allah and how great he is, man. But Allah can't
Right.
use. So like, I was thinking about it, get me crazy, man. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Mhm.
How dare man
Mhm.
take my money and don't come back, man. So like, keep reading.
Mhm. Go on. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt.
And the Lord brought us
That-
out of the land of. This is how you know the Lord ain't talking to everybody, man. You speak to
That's
a
right.
Christian, you say that you is speaking to everybody, but the Lord didn't
Mhm.
take everybody out of the land of Egypt, man. Last time I checked, the Egyptians didn't make it, man. They drowned, man.
That's
They got
right.
bubbles in their lungs, man. Listen, the day right now, archaeologists
Mhm.
went bottom of the Red Sea and saw them down there, man, with the wheels and the chariots down there to this day, man. So the Lord can't be their God because they didn't get saved out of Egypt, man. They weren't
That's
there. So keep reading.
mhm. Go on, verse 37. Therefore shall you observe all my statutes and
See,
all my judgments.
and because the Lord did what He did, He proves Himself, man. And He said, because I got you out of slavery, that's why you must keep my commandments. Therefore,
That's right.
meaning this reason, you must keep all my commandments. I mean, I fought for you, man. I got you out of Egypt when you was hungry and starving and oppressed. Therefore, you know what?
Mhm.
Keep my commandments, man. I do
That's
you a
right.
solid, you do me a solid, man. And guess what? That law said what? We must have a just balance, a just ephod, man. We ain't no swindlers, man. Especially to our
Yeah.
brothers. Especially listen, the
That's
law is
right.
so the law is so great. I'm telling you how good the Lord is, man. That we can't be
Mm.
swindler white. We can't be swindler East Indian. We can add
Mm.
interest onto them. We can add interest
Right.
onto them, but that's not swindling.
Mm.
That's not swindling. That's in the contract. Like you got a credit card and every month to add interest on, and that ain't swindling. It's in the contract. They say, okay, yeah,
Cool.
if you want this, you have to pay blah blah blah. And what's it called? VAT and APR, whatever the case. That ain't swindling. Our God is so great. And guess what? We can't even have sex with another nation's wife. It's still fornication, man.
Cool.
We are.
Right.
Can't say the same for them. Can't say the
Mm-hmm.
same for them. In England, it was wrong for a white man to kill a white man. It was murder, but he could kill a black man though. It was wrong for a white man to rape a white woman, but
Mm.
he could rape a black. That's why
Right.
our God is great and so merciful. He don't allow us to do what you did to him. He don't allow us to do what you did to us, Salakia.
Right.
That's how great
That's
we
right.
are, man. In the Bible, it said what? Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, man. In our law, it said that. In our Bible,
Cool.
it said that. That's how great we are. I can't say the same for them.
Mhm.
And
Right.
you say black people are dreadful when we got
Mm.
laws like this.
Mm.
We fought for you, man. We didn't say you ain't our people. We marched and voted so that you can get your foot through the door, man. Ah, so lucky, man. Keep reading, man. I'm gonna go 10 down the street, man, and start to complain myself, man. So lucky. Let's keep going. So give me Deuteronomy 4 and 7 if you could, Baba Kushar.
God. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 7. For what nation?
So give me 5. Slakia.
Can't. 5, Slakia. 4 and 5.
Khan.
Khan. Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord.
So listen, Moses speaking, and the Lord saying, listen, I've taught you statutes and judgments, man. I've taught you laws on how to act, how to conduct yourself. And what's some of them laws, man? Don't be a murderer.
Right.
The Foggy didn't know that. Don't be a thief. The Foggy didn't know that. Don't rape people. The Foggy didn't know that. Don't kill people and bury the evidence and strangle people to death for their money, man. The Foggy didn't know that. We learned that. We knew that, man. This would happen in our land. Travelers could pass through, man. Travelers could pass through and not be swindled. Travelers could pass through and not be killed, man. You didn't know that. How dare 2020 and act like you know it all and we're dreadful and oh God, and black people can't get it right when your people ain't come from that. Your people don't. You don't derive from upright people. You derive from dreadful people, man. Your great grandfather was probably one of these dreadful people, man. You're probably a leader. You're probably a big man in one of these groups, man. And talk about dreadful when we taught you how to be upright citizens, man.
That's right. Khan. Even as the Lord thy God commanded me that you should do so.
Moses said, I taught you laws. Moses taught us the laws, man. The Most High spoke to Moses. Moses spoke to us, man. Moses said, I taught you laws. It's just like the same way, exactly how God taught me. I didn't bend anything. I didn't change anything. How the Lord gave it to me, I'm giving it to you, man. That's what Moses said. Moses said, I taught you laws from the Most High himself. I mean, thou shalt not murder. Ain't the law of Moses. It's the law of the Most High, man.
That's
thou
right.
shalt not rob and kill and steal and deal falsely and a false hint. That comes from God himself, man.
That's right.
Not the white man's law. In America, who came up with the law in America? The founding fathers, man. The founding fathers, the George Jefferson, they all sat down and made the Fifth Amendment, blah, blah, blah. Guess who made our laws? God himself, man.
That's right.
4 Caucasian men didn't sit down in the White House and make our laws. They didn't draft our constitution. It came from God himself. God gave it to the angel. The angel gave it to Moses, and Moses gave it to the elders, and the elders gave it to us, man. It came straight from the mouth of God itself, man.
That's right.
Keep reading.
So like the other one, something that came to my mind as you said that there. And the Most High is so great, and he obviously passed it to his people. We can tell what kind of person the Most High is because he didn't give it the laws to any other nation. Why? They would not be able to keep it. They are not good, upstanding citizens in this earth. They are what he said before. What's the term? The thuggies, man. By nature. Yeah, can.
The book of Psalms, the Lord says he looks down on the son of men, and none of them do good, man. None of them. Not one of them do good, man. That's you find it in the Bible, man.
That's right.
And listen, it's funny how people celebrate Easter and Thanksgiving and all these laws of the white man, but won't follow the laws of God, man. People say, I'm a citizen of England. I'm a law-abiding citizen of England, man. And you follow laws that was written by man. Men sat in the House of Commons and House of Lords and drafted these laws that you love so much, man. But you won't eat pork. You won't eat pork. Why? Because it wasn't written by your God, man. Who's the oppressor. Right. Your God, now you listen to every law it comes out with, man. Your God says stay in the house and don't come out unless it's essential travel. You go, stay in the house. Brother Johnson said I can't come out. Stay in the house then, man. Right. I'm eating pork, man. I know the Old Testament, man. All the excuses in the world, man. So luck, yeah. And these laws come from God, not some devils in 10 down the street, man. Keep it in.
God. So just to finish off the point, so the Lord, the special people in the earth, which is the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that the Lord did give his law to, because the Lord knows that we would keep his laws, even though we're gone off now. You know what I mean? But with the influence of these heathens is why we are where we are now. But because we're a strong, just like it says, we're a strong people, man. And that's why I gave us these laws. The heathens can't keep them because by nature, that yeah, they won't be able to do it by nature, man. So the law did establish that with us, man. Real.
Hold that. Give me Psalms 14 and 2.
God.
What is was correct?
Psalms. Oh, wait. Psalms chapter 14, verse 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see.
The Lord looked down on the children of men with the children of God. So why about now the Lord talking about the heathen, man, the Gentiles, the other nations, man? He looks down on the children of men, and this is what he thinks about them. We done?
Can to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. That's right.
And he looking down, he looking at the Chinese, the Japanese, saying, you know what? Let me see if any of these seek God, man. Let me see if any of these understand, man. And this is what the Lord said. We done?
Verse 3. They are all gone aside. They are all.
The Lord said they're all gone aside, man. The Lord looks at the Chinese with a Buddha statue and goes, idolater, man. Looks at the East Indian smoking weed, man, and the ganja and the foggy. Not him. He looks at the oppressor with his orgies and the Greeks and the Romans and killing and stealing people's oil. And he goes, him neither, man. He looks at the Chinese and they eating bats. He goes, neither him. All of them, man. The Lord look down on the sons of the heathen, man, and none of them do good, man. All of them are God's side, man. Every last one of them, all of them got dodgy rules, dodgy laws, dodgy governments. They're all fighting. They look at the North Koreans, man. They go, look at this guy, man. Look at him, man, killing innocent people, man, because they want to vote against what's his name, Kim Jong-un. Look at them murdering and killing, worshiping the cow, and they won't play football, shoes on because leather comes from the cow, so they're playing barefoot. Looking like they're all gonna side, man. Keep it in.
Right. Can. They have all together become filthy.
They're all dreadful, just like Preeti Patel's people, all filthy, man. Celebrating idols, circling a stone, eating bats and causing COVID-19, eating pork. We're making laws that a man can be a woman, and we're no longer gonna say breastfeeding. We're gonna say chest feeding. Listen, I'm naming all nations here, not just one. I went from the East Indian to the Chinese to the white man, even the African man, putting plates in their lip. You know what I mean? Bowing down for idol, cut the woman's clitoris off. The Lord say, listen, which one of these nations do good, man? Tell me. Keep it in.
Can. There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
Listen, you name one nation on the face of the earth that followed this Bible, man. You name me one. I would never come on this live again, man. Even the so-called Jew that claims to be a Jew, man, that tries to follow this Bible, he sucks the penises of little boys when performing their circumcision, man. None of them do good. You show me one heathen nation that keeps this Bible, man. None of them do. God said so, and guess what? You can open your eyes and see it, and they don't do it, man.
That's right.
The East Indian. Let's check the East Indian. The Lord said no idols, man. So why has he got an idol of an elephant, man? You know what I mean? Why is he robbing people, man? Why is he a thug when the Lord said don't murder, man? Let's check the Chinese, man. The Lord said you can't eat anything unclean, man. Why is he eating bats, man? The Lord said you can't be a deviant, man. So why is the oppressor in England saying, it's a man's right to choose, man? A man can be a this sexual, a that sexual, or heterosexual, or metrosexual, man. The Lord said that, a man can't have no idols, man. Why the Africans dancing around a campfire, man? Shaking and the Lord said a man should put on clothes, man. Why the Africans naked with a string around, man? You name one. None of them do good, man. God said that. And good don't mean you buy a homeless man a sandwich, man. Good means keep the laws of God, man. We talk about good according to the Bible. Not good according to you. Not good according to modern day side. Is keeping the laws of God, man. We're talking about who does good according to God, and no one does, man. But the men in the I.S.U.P.K,
that's right,
man. Keep it
in. So read on this one. God, verse 4. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread?
And not only are these people sinners, not only are the sinners, they eat up the Lord's people, man, like they eat up bread. Use black people, like what I said before, man. They come to
God.
England broke. I have no money, and they look at
Mm,
black people and go, "Whoa, we can make a killing of him, man. Listen, he loves weed. We can open an off license and sell him business whenever he wants, man. A
mm,
black man's a poor black man who don't know no better, man, who made mistakes in his life, who's on drugs, man. His money goes to one or two places, man. Either to the drug
mm,
dealer or to the off license or in the bookies, man. And
right.
while you're broke and don't know who you are and struggling, there's the East Indian man with his hand open, like, yeah, man, just pass that. You want that
Mm,
cider, yeah. You want this what's it called, the 6 pack of lager.
mm,
You see, you're gonna need a Rizzler for that weed you got there, you know. You need some Rizzler. Look, I got it right here, man. I swear nowadays, some of them even sell the grinder in the shop, man. The weed grinder in the shop,
mm,
man. When weed is illegal, it's selling the grinder. So what's the grinder there for? The
right.
grinder is there to
Right.
grind the weed. So you know your audience, man. And that's
Mm,
where you come in. You come in.
absolutely.
You see black people suffering. Like what the Bible says, you eat up those people like bread, man.
God.
The reason why you're rich, you see us falling, and do you say, nah, man, let's help black people, man. Let's give a donation. The same way we gave a donation to save the whales, the same way we gave a donation to help the RSPCC. Guess what, black man? You're below the whales, man. You're below pets and dogs, man. Because
Mm,
they will give a dog loose change. They will pay, they will sponsor a dog, but they won't sponsor you, man. They take the pennies that you have left. The pennies that you have left, we don't have much as it is, and the little pennies we have, that's them. Yeah, give me that, give me that. And our pennies make them rich, man. Our pennies make them rich. You're a black man who's a what's it called, a alcoholic. They're like, listen, give me that money, man. I got what you need. You're gonna need a blue stint for that weed, man. You're gonna need some
God.
chip for that spliff you got, man. And listen, I got it for you, man. Here you go, man. I got the what's it called, the 10 Benson and Hedges. And then when you got the munchies, who do you go to, man? Like, don't worry about it,
Mm,
man. I got 4 wings and fries for £1, man. You can afford that, man. They take all your pennies, man. Anything you need, they got, man. And all they even do it, man. All they even rob us, man. In the 60s,
God.
no, 70s, kung fu moves were popping, man. And how did the Chinese man make all this money, man? By teaching black people some silly kung fu, man. That
Mm,
don't even work. Every minute on the TV, if I see another Rasta man that does kung fu, I'm gonna go crazy. If I see another black man with a kung fu gi and an afro, I'm gonna go crazy, man. They always, as the Lord said, they pray on us, man. The Lord said they
right.
pray on us, suffering. Go, yeah, I can make money off this, and all nations take it in turns just to rob black people. Every last one of them sit back and right, it's my turn now, and take it into. They eat us up like bread, man. Keep reading.
Kalankan. Bread. And call not upon the Lord. Verse 5. Therefore were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous.
So anyway, that's it. That's going to something else now. Talk about God's
God.
their generation, right? So which is us, man. We're the ones with the genealogy. Generation means genealogy. We're the ones that our genealogy goes back to men that serve the Lord, man. That's the
That's
gospel.
right.
Hand it over to the prophet. Caps of 10,000 per Russia. For what it's up on for readings. Powerful priest right here, man. Officer Tazarpon from Manchester. Look out for his videos, man. You see on
God.
I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom on Facebook, I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom on YouTube, man. Make sure you watch them classes, man. Powerful classes. All the hottest breakdowns, man. You know what I mean? Watch them, like, share, subscribe, man. Manchester's finest right here, man. You know what I mean? With that, we're gonna hand it over to priest and prophet of 10,000, Captain Parasha.
All right. We are the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. Ruled for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get a permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this a period, the brother and a sister will get a permission from the head to marry. Times, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:10 means attempt in the Hebrew, Ma'ishra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department of the teacher priest fund, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations is Purim on the 25th and the 26th of February. All Akim and Aqua, check the bulletin board in the hallway and check all I.S.U.P.K a social media. So that's the Google My Business, YouTube, Facebook, and we also have a TikTok account now that
That's
we
right.
got as well. So when we do subscribe to that also as well. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves, and with that, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. So, men of Israel, I-M-A-D-I-A-M, I-M-A-D-I-A-M, Barak, Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai, Barak Thar,
Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai Bakatam.
Yamatah, class dismissed.
Yahweh Bar Shem Shakatar.
Right, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.